Hey guys, Tonis here. So, we're gonna talk about RAID. I haven't talked about RAID for a while. Yeah, like a couple months I think. So, first things first, we have a release date, but you probably already know that. Cause like, everybody made a video on it when they announced the release date, but I wasn't gonna make a small video for just saying the release date. I was gonna wait for the Q&A, which was yesterday, from the time of recording. So, what do we know? The game is gonna release on the 26th of September on PC and 16th of October on the consoles, if I am correct. Actually, it's the 10th of October. Okay, almost. But yeah, that's really like it from press release. Nothing really that's really important, I suppose. Like, the only other thing that is really interesting from the press report is the challenge cards, which we have never heard about, which will be like the normal loot cards you get at the end of Payday 2 heists, but instead of giving you weapon mods or mask customization, it gives you modifiers for playing the game, like, oh, the enemies have less health, but they do more damage. Enemies can be only killed by grenade damage. Stuff like that. And that will give you more rewards if you use those. And you can stack as many of those as you want onto your heist. Or raid. Yeah. But let's talk about the stream actually, which is really fucking exciting. Yet I didn't record it, so I'm gonna have to use Hawks Delicious's gameplay that he uploaded. But yeah, we were shown 3 heists. The Flag Tower from E3 2016, which is now called Odin's Fall, and it's completely fucking different. Like, in the original Flag Tower, you climbed up, destroyed the AA guns, and then escaped. Now it's, we need to get in, so basically the same. We need to blow up some, I guess you blow up, well, you don't blow them up, you overload some gas valves, then you destroy them, and then you use the AA guns to shoot down a blimp. Yeah, you shoot down a blimp. And after you shoot it down, you just escape. The gas, I guess, makes the flag tower explode because the place was exploding, and then you get out. With some interesting things from the flag tower is there was a fucking tank. There was a fucking tank trying to kill you. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Can't wait to die from that constantly. They played on easy, which is the easiest difficulty. And there's gonna be 4 difficulties: easy, normal, hard, and very hard. So names aren't very imaginative, but I'm fine with that. If the game works, of course. The stealth mechanics have been completely reworked. Instead of the concealment that we have in Payday 2, now we have, I guess, something more traditional. That basically every guard, or I guess Nazi, they basically get circles on top of their heads if they see you. If it gets like halfway, they will focus on the area where they saw you, and their thing will go up higher. If it goes full, they will run away and alert the guards. But if you take them down before he does that, stuff is still okay. Instead of body bags, you move the bags yourself, which is pretty cool. But I think getting kills in stealth in general is going to be kind of hard, considering there will be no suppressed weapons on launch day. So the only really the thing you can kill people in stealth with is melee, which is a knife. And speaking of melee, it's a separate weapon, but I already talked about that in another video that I made about RAID, but I'm still gonna say that here, cause yeah. So that's kind of the stealth stuff. So the weapon upgrading system is really interesting. So it's it's more like Payday the Heist, because you need to complete challenges, which are basically like the Payday the Heist challenges that like get 50 headshot kills with this gun, which was the one that we kept seeing for the shotgun, or just get 100 kills with this gun while, I don't know, aiming down the sights, and you get a scope for the car 98 maybe. Like, that could be interesting. Like, that is really good. That's a really good system, and it's interesting. It keeps the game fresh. You always have something to go for, because the weapon mods are like in tiers. So let's say you get the 50 headshot kills with a Thompson or the Tommy gun. I'm gonna call it the Tommy gun and make it easy for people. And that will give you like just an extended mag. But let's say you get 100 headshot kills with the Tommy gun, then you get a drum mag, or even go higher, like 250, and you get the fast mag, so you can reload faster. Like, that's how they are doing the weapon modifications. They are in tiers and with challenges. So it's a really good system, will keep the game fresh, and you always have something to go for. They also said that the game has around 120 weapon mods. We don't know how many weapons there are in the game, but that still sounds like a lot of weapon mods. Like, really. That's a lot of fucking weapon mods for just the base game. I don't know how many Payday 2 had on launch. But yeah, I don't think it had that much. Maybe it did, but I'm not so sure. So, another thing is, which is more quality of life I suppose, is they really tried to get rid of the hold F interactions. So mostly in the gameplay you're seeing is lockpicking, which is like a really simple mini game. It's just like you have an arrow, you need to get the hole with the arrow and then it opens, and or otherwise if you don't have those, it's just press F. So they really try to make the game less tedious, I suppose, with the hold F. Like, there are still some hold F interactions, but there wasn't a lot of those in the game play. So yeah. Another one is loot doesn't turn into bags. Now you actually see the item you're carrying. So two examples we saw was gold and the artillery rounds for the AA guns. So, which was really interesting. The game still uses the down system, so it's kind of like Payday 2, but we still don't know for certain if death is permanent, because they said the game has no civilians, and we don't know if you can dominate Nazis. So we really don't know how you get back if you die. Like, are you permadead, or are you able to get gotten back? I can't English, okay. So, yeah. There will be 5 save slots. So you can have 5 different characters at the same time. Some unlocks are for just the one save slot or character, but others are for all of the profiles, which is really interesting. But the 2 main types of missions that you're gonna play are raids, which are just like the normal heists in Payday 2. So you just do one mission. And then you have operations, which are various connected raids, which follow a story of their own. So these are like more of the multi-day heists. I wouldn't say it's crime sprees, because crime spree sucks, and this does have an end to it, so it's not endless. But which is really interesting is you can save in between the operations and continue later on. So that is an interesting thing to say, because if we take that, then we need to think that the operations have to be long in some way, because why would you take a break between them? Like, you get what I mean. Yeah, so some people ask for the price and if there's going to be a 4-pack, and no, there won't be a 4-pack for the game, because apparently Steam doesn't do them anymore, and they can't talk about price or beta release or demo or anything like that as well, because that is all up to Starbreeze. then they also talked about the skill system, how that is gonna work. So the skill system is more Payday 2. You have the 4 classes: Recon, Assault, Insurgent, and Demolition. Which is what is really interesting is Elia made fun of Rennick, because they had to come up with 4 classes, which first letters combined make the word raid. So you have Recon R, Assault A, Insurgent I, and then Demolition D, so raid. But yeah, each class has its own skill tree based around its war cry, with skills that represent the class and upgrade the war cry. So you also have team buffs that benefit your team, and everyone will be able to get every kind of upgrade, but these upgrades are tiered, and only certain classes will be able to get higher tiers on some skills. And that is something that I don't know how to take on, because it sounds weird when talked about, but I guess I will understand it a bit more when I see it, because it's weird that only certain classes will be able to get higher tiers on some skills. So there will be skills that are that every class will have apparently, but only some classes will be able to get that skill higher than the other classes. So yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what to say about that right now. I need to see it in gameplay to actually say anything. But some weapons will also be locked by class. So this was already mentioned. I'm pretty sure the Demolitionist can only use shotguns and stuff like that. But speaking of weapons again, people asked if SMGs will be primaries now, because it's a bit weird to have SMGs as secondaries, I think. But they said that yes, SMGs will be primaries. So instead of running a shotgun with SMG, you are gonna run it with a pistol. SMG with a pistol. I'm guessing pistols are the only secondary weapon you can have. Maybe there is something else, but we really don't know, because the only weapons we saw in the gameplay were the M1 carbine, I think it was the M22 shotgun, not sure, and the Mauser. So those are the only weapons that we saw in this gameplay. So we really don't know how many weapons are in the game or what weapons are in the game. So yeah. Then after most of these questions, they played the bridge raid. Good old bridge bros in the Discord, and it's called Trainwreck, and it's a loud only raid. People were really complaining about how raid looks like utter garbage. So Rennick, I hate saying that name. It's so weird. Rennick, I don't know. But basically, he fucking roasted everyone, saying, "I don't know what they're talking about. This is the best PS2 game I've ever seen," and everybody got fucking roasted. And Discord lit up like, "Oh shit, he just roasted everyone." But yeah, that happened. But it's really nothing to do with the game, I think, because graphics really don't matter for me. It's more about the gameplay. We saw a bit of the camp. We didn't see a lot, but we saw just the interior again, and that the AI walks around it and does their own thing. And it's more of a place to hang around with people, if anything. Yeah. Then they talked a bit about post-launch content, which will mostly be levels and gameplay, because adding characters might be a bit hard, but they will think about adding characters in the far, far future. And the game will have DLC, so if you hate Payday 2, I guess you will hate this game as well. But there will be much less paid content than in Payday 2, and they will be more bigger content updates than in Payday 2. Because in Payday 2 it's just oh, you get a map, so a bunch of new weapons, but in here, in RAID, they want to do them as big updates, so you get 3 maps, 8 new weapons, 1 new operation, and that's one big content update. They want to the game won't on launch support modders officially, but in the future they really want to help modders with maybe giving us tools and even maybe having streams with modders and being like, oh, okay, we will teach you how to do this that we're gonna release tomorrow for everybody else and stuff like that, which is really cool because LGL is really good because they want to do more streams and talk to the community, which is really great. So the game won't have any Cloaker-like special, which I'm completely fine with, and there will be a Flamethrower special, which I've already talked about in another video, and you can see him in the E3 2016 gameplay, but his model has probably changed and stuff like that. People asked about cross-playing with consoles, but no cross-play. A lot of reasons. And to top it off, I guess, is that the engine got a lot of additions, so it will probably run better as it supports 64-bit and stuff like that. So, and you will be able to change a lot of several graphic settings. So the game sounds like it's gonna be pretty well optimized, and if you want to, you can make it look pretty. So yeah, that's really it that I heard from the stream, because it was sometimes really hard to hear Rennick and Ilya talking. But yeah, that's basically it. So thanks for watching, I guess. Subscribe if you want more RAID content in the future, if I can even buy the game. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.